Lenovo's Yoga laptops hardly need an introduction at this point. The company's iconic 2-inch 1S are so popular that its competitors have been copying them right and left. Last year's edition, the Yoga 3 Pro, was especially notable for how thin and light it was, just 2.6 pounds and half an inch thick, and that was with a folding touch screen, too. The problem, we found, was that as easy as it was to hold, that compact design came with significant compromises, including lackluster performance and mediocre battery life. Enter this year's model, the new Yoga 900, $1,199 and up. Like its predecessor, it has a 13-inch, 3,200 by 1,800 screen and a slim build, but this time it claims faster performance, longer battery life and a sturdier hinge. It is, essentially, an improvement in almost every way. Lenovo's newest Yoga presents far fewer compromises than it did last year, with a thin and light design that's matched by long battery life and fast performance. It's great to see the company responding to user feedback, but maybe next time it will fine-tune the touchpad as well, and avoid shrinking down any of the keyboard buttons. The Yoga 900 looks different from the one that came before it, but that's only because Lenovo has a fresh logo. Other than that, the company stuck with its tried-and-true design. That means a magnesium alloy case, available in the usual silver, orange and gold colors. Lenovo also kept last year's display, a 13.3-inch, 3,200 by 1,800 IPS panel with 300 nits of brightness. The watch band hinge is back too, and as ever it is what it sounds like, a mechanism designed to look links on a wristwatch. I'll leave it to you to decide if the bling is too much. If nothing else, we can agree that the hinge's thin design helps keep the laptop nice and thin. It's also sturdier than last year's model. When I reviewed the Yoga 3 Pro a year ago, I was concerned to find that the screen made a slight creak when I folded it back. There's none of that here. Rotating the display feels smooth and controlled. Not that the Yoga 3 Pro ever broke on me, but all things considered, I'd rather my $1,200 system not sound like it's about to snap. The keyboard deck is mostly the same, too. As before, the entire surface is covered by a textured, rubbery material, with orange accents on the keys and touchpad. Though the keyboard generally looks the same, it's actually slightly different, with 6 rows this time instead of 5. That extra row up top leaves room for dedicated settings buttons, allowing you to adjust things like volume and brightness without having to hold down the function key. Unfortunately, though, many of the major buttons have been shrunken down, including the tab, caps lock and right shift keys. The backspace button in particular is so small that my finger frequently missed it altogether, hitting the delete key in the upper right corner instead. It's a shame, because the buttons themselves feel surprisingly sturdy, especially considering how relatively flat the keyboard is.